So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Friday. Man, oh man, today's going to be awesome. Are you looking for that productivity secret, that thing that you know will help you get everything done you want to get done, and icing on the cake, make you happy and content and stress-free? It's coming today. But you got to wait a couple minutes. It'll take me a couple of minutes to describe it to you, but hang in there because you're going to look at this and say, that's easy. If I just do that, I can get what I want. Yeah, it's true. It's coming up. It is the daily boost from motivationtomove.com. Every single day we know that life begins when you move, then life gets in the way. Oh no, what happened? Didn't see that coming. What am I going to do? And we stand up, take a step, repeat, we go do it, that kind of stuff, right? All based on the super secret power called Scott Logic. That's the click that goes on my brain, a particular way that I look at the world. And I happen to think a lot of people look at the world that I do as well. Just a very common sense way of thinking and a little wisdom applied to that. And that's what you're going to get today. If that's okay, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I would appreciate it if you do. Good to have you today. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Grateful to have you here. As I get on with the show today, by the way, the voice sounds fairly good today, as if maybe possibly I might be able to sound good next week. Although, Welcome to Rockville is in Daytona this week. And I don't know, it's like Guns N' Roses and Kiss and Nine Inch Nails and Metallica. They kind of got my attention. So if you can't hear my voice on Monday, you'll know what I did. I'm just saying. Every Friday I ask the question, how do you want to feel? And it's a really neat question because if you take the time, and I think a lot of people are in touch with their feelings, but oftentimes they don't look at themselves and say, well, how do I really want to feel inside when I do the things that I do throughout my day? So if you'll take a few minutes when the show's over, just sit back in your seat someplace and go, how do I want to feel about my life, my day, my people, whatever, everybody's people, right? How do I want to feel? You'll be surprised how it will inspire you to do some very cool stuff. Can I share a fun story with you? It's kind of a productivity story because sort of, we'll get to that here in a second, but I want you to laugh with me because I walk my talk and I try to do exactly what I talk about all the time. I'm never going to lie to you. I'm always transparent about that. So I'm working on finishing my book. I'm writing a book on gratitude. It's going to be specifically tailored to men to help them feel more grateful about the crazy stuff that happens in days, in my view, and what happens to men in their day. So I'm writing this book on gratitude, and I'm doing the rewrite right now, meaning I've written the first draft. Now I'm rewriting the first draft to make it the real book. And I'm pressed on deadline. I'm pushing really hard to do it. I'm in the shower this morning. I'm tired. I've had a long, busy week, and I'm going, I was so mad. I was grumbling. I was groaning. I was a grumpy hubby. It was awful. And I cracked myself up. I said, here I am in the shower. I'm basically really complaining about writing a gratitude book. I said, that doesn't work. So I cracked myself up again because I thought, well, that's exactly why I'm doing this book, because that's how I view life and I view productivity and everything else around it. That, sometimes instantly in the moment when it happens, we don't quite respond exactly the way we want to. But it's that click right after that makes us go, okay. I got it. And you get back grounded to where you are. That's life, guys. That is life. It's never going to stop. It's never going to change. You're never just going to roll through life and it's going to be perfect every single day. You're going to have to deal with it. So there I am dealing with it, grinding out the gratitude. Why not? Who would have thunk it, huh? All right, let's get some productivity stuff for you today, because this is the thing. I always joke about this, that people spend waste so much time talking about productivity. But I have a quick saying. It says, next year begins this year. Next month begins this month. Next week begins this week. I always say that. So if you want to stay on track, and by the way, who do I say it to? I say it to myself a lot. But in all the coaching that I do, it's really not unusual for me to kind of, sit back there and kind of that smirky grin on my face when I'm listening to them and going, next week begins right now, this week. It does. So if you want to stay on track and accomplish your goals and enjoy your life more, have some gratitude, if you will, and just really take the stress away, there's a fact here. This is a truth. Argue if you want to. I won't listen to you because my Scott logic says you're wrong. You must take control of your time and your calendar. That's it. I know you hear it all the time. I know you try to do it all the time, but I still see your Google calendars. I still see all those colored blocks you have on your 18 calendars, and they're all synced to something else that's making a mess of your life. It is easier than you think. So here's how we do it. You ready? Number one, life is going to come at you pretty fast. Yeah, have you figured that out yet? No matter what you do, it's going to come at you. As soon as you do something happens. Be sure to schedule any significant, can't miss life event at least a year in advance. Put it on your calendar, block it out. You can always change your mind. You ever wonder how you go on vacation and you don't get the good place to stay, but somebody else does? How'd that happen? Well, about 2 years ago, I was talking to a client the other day. They schedule their vacations 18 months in advance so they get to do what they want to do. So a little discipline there. I know it's hard to do, but for the most part, the big life-changing events and vacations and things like that, for the most part, you can kind of plan that. So right now, take that, block it out on your calendar, disappear. It's not available. That's the first thing. I know it's simple, but you'd be very amazed. In fact, I would guess right now, a lot of folks listen to this. Maybe you don't do that. Christmas is coming, guys. Put it on the calendar. You might forget it. What? It's May. Never mind. Number 2, hold your space. Yeah, hold your space. Hold your space, your personal time, your personal attention, your personal focus. Hold that. Decide in advance what you're going to use your days for. When you work on projects, when will you do that? When you see clients, when will you do that? When will you have fun? I actually have on my calendar today when I'm goofing off. Because I knew I was going to work about 8 hours straight writing. I said, I'm goofing off for these 2 hours. And that's what it says, goofing off. What's that mean? I don't know. We'll figure it out in a little bit. I have on my calendar when I'm going to go work out. It's in a block within a couple of hours. I'm going to go do that. I have on my calendar exactly when I'm going to write. I don't write before or after. I write during. I actually have on my calendar today because I know I get tired after about 45 or 50 minutes. I need a break. So I have a calendar. Okay, check Facebook. That's what it says. Okay, check Facebook. I go do it 5 minutes, come back, get back to work. Pre-planned, somewhat spontaneous, but not. Make sense? So hold your space, grab your space and say, this is what I use this time for me. Telling you, if you do that in advance, it'll change your world. You will be amazed how many folks cannot get your attention and how much more you get done when you decide, come here. No, dude, you're not going to believe me here, but it's okay. You don't have to. I've just done this a long time. I'm just going to tell you, if you don't hold your space, somebody else is out there saying, well, listen, I've got my day full, but I know that you got extra time. Why? Because I know your calendar is a mess and I'm just going to take your time from you. And that's what they do. They just take your time from you. They're time vampires. You know them. So it's going to happen. But the very minute that you hold your space and project that out in the world, that you're busy, you got stuff to do, even if secretly you're goofing off like I am, everybody kind of doesn't contact you, doesn't ask you to do anything. Why? Because you held your space and they can't have it. Ha. I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me. No. Just go out and try it the old way for a while. Number 3, and this is probably the most important thing that I do. Let me take just a moment to explain this because it's worthy of taking the time. Never let 1 week begin without locking in your schedule for it. And to say that a different way, never let this week end without knowing what you're doing next week. So this is my personal rule of thumb. It always works, and this is how I enact it. All my planning of anything that is going to happen next week is happening by Thursday. At some point on Thursday, I'm going into my perfect week planner and I'm looking to figure out what's next week. Now, I've done it so long now, I can pretty well tell you what my week is going to be like without even looking at my calendar. It's so steady. I make that decision Thursday. And if you were to call me Monday morning and say, hey, you got some time Tuesday afternoon? Likely I don't. And certainly if you're not a client and if you don't have a relationship with me, if I'm not working with a project with you right now, I don't have time for you. It'll be the next week. On Thursday, actually, I will factor it into the next week. If you do everything on Thursday, lock in your time, and then just go work your schedule, your week will change. And you want to know what the real benefit of it is? You won't be stressing over the weekend, and Sunday evening about 7 o'clock, you'll be thinking, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? You won't be thinking that way because you'll know what you're doing tomorrow. So I know it's really simple, but when you lock in those big life events that are coming, you know they're coming. Why be surprised about stuff you know is coming and you'd like to have time to go enjoy? When you lock those things in, you get to enjoy them without others saying, how did you do it? When you hold on to your own personal space, others don't get to take your space. Therefore, you get to do what you want to do, and they don't care because they're taking care of their own space. And when you lock in next week while you're in this week, next week is cool, controlled, productive, you're happy, and if any surprise pops up, you have all kinds of time to deal with it. I am telling you, I have walked this talk with my Perfect Week Planner forever. It's exactly what I do, and it just works. And I could not be any more proud of all the people that have my Perfect Week Planner. It's just a one-sheet planner. They will show me how they use it every single week. They'll show it to us, send me a picture of it. It's awesome. It's just amazing to see how well it works. By the way, if you'd like it, it is still on the website. It's been there 2.5 years. I've yet to take it down. I know it's going down soon because I got other stuff to put there. But if you like it, just go to motivationtomove.com. It's free. Look under the coaching section or the research. Something like you'll find it. Just noodle around. You'll find it. And join me in the Facebook group. I'd love to have you there. We're having so much fun. It's been really busy this week. You guys are awesome. dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Meet cool people, fun stories, lots of motivation, lots of compassion, lots of just patience, lots of people helping out. Just a cool place to go. If you like that, check it out. dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Have a good weekend.